Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're here with another 1212 AD siege battle for you today, and it has been a little while since I've had one to show off to you, but this is a epic one for sure. We have a nice 3v2 here with Brabant and the Empire of Nicaea on the defense as they face Kiev, Moldavia and Castile, which is a weird alliance in itself. I mean, Moldavia and Kiev kind of make sense, but Castile being there kind of mixes it up a little bit. I mean, Brabant and Nicaea, to be fair, is not a normal alliance either, as we have Kiev here going in with some, like against Brabant here, so we've got some dismounted Kievan nobles here against some Pavy Spear Sergeants. But if you're enjoying Scene 1212 at the moment on the channel and would like to see some more siege battles, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe from around here, and a comment show your support. And also feel free to send in your 1212 siege battles if you have not already joined the Discord. There is links down below in the description, and always looking for more 1212 AD replays, especially like siege battles, because they're always great to watch. And always, who doesn't enjoy a good medieval siege battle? Always looks great. But as you can see here, we have some sergeants trying to flank around the back of these dismounted Kievan nobles. I mean, these guys are pretty damn hard to kill though, because they are heavy melee infantry. They're facing medium melee infantry and heavy spears, but they'll get through the spears easily. Swords beat spears. And here we go, a nice cavalry charge coming into the back. Got some Kievan cavalry coming in the back here. Really nice charge, knocking them down. What are they called? Bit Jazz. They're actually taking on quite a few casualties because they ran over traps over here. Yeah, I was playing against Kiev and I foolishly ran over a load of traps here, as like my ally told me that I was running over traps. So, but yes, I was playing this with a couple of members of my Discord. So again, another reason to join the Discord. You can come and play games with myself and other members of the of the channel. We've got these pikes getting absolutely shelled right now. But yeah, so I mean, this was a really fun one to play, and as you can see, already being really aggressive as Kiev here. I really like playing Kiev. A really nice versatile faction, and they got these heavy melee infantry, which not many factions have. Heavy melee infantry. They often, like a lot of them, have like medium melee, which is like a typical sergeant unit. So it's always nice to come up people with like heavy melee, and these guys aren't that expensive. They're only about 800 coins. So you can often really spam them out. And yeah, I mean, my allies playing as Castile, another really good faction for its pikes, which, as you can see right now, are the focus of the artillery here. I don't know why he's not really moved them. These pikes have a shield on their side, so they are able to protect themselves quite nicely, but can't really protect themselves from artillery strikes coming in. Oh god, yeah, they really need to move. They need to get back. I mean, they are like mortars, so they are got like a pretty good range, but even still, you want to get these guys back. They're taking a lot of casualties and a lot of HP damage. And at the moment, yeah, my cavalry's coming in doing like rear charges, trying to like just damage the sergeant in the back lines. Doing an okay job. My dismounted Kievan nobles though are having a rough time. Now they're starting to get overwhelmed just by the numbers. But I hope you guys are all having great days and start of the weekend. So hopefully you've got some time off to relax, enjoy as the cavalry comes flying back in. Relax, enjoy, and enjoy some nice medieval action. We've got javelins coming over as well. He's throwing javelins. Oh, we've got Nicaea over here. He's throwing javies. Not getting the greatest of angles, but he's throwing javelins, I think, at my cavalry behind. And he's getting some pretty good hits, actually. This cavalry's getting kind of vaporized now. And both units are starting to break, both my cavalry and the infantry here. And I'm just trying to stop this sergeant from flanking around the back of my my Kievan nobles, which it is slowly doing. Over here, it looks like looks like Moldavia has actually started his battle as well. Again, also against Brabant, more spear sergeants here. Online Pavis are obviously a really good unit, so they'll just hold the line for a long time. Won't get many kills, but they can hold the line for ages while you're like, allows you to micro elsewhere, basically. Oh, that's kind of a bit of a friendly fire, though. You don't want any more shots like that. Mortar coming in there and hitting friend and foe. They're fighting some dismounted Kurtani, which are medium melee infantry. So they're actually pretty... I've never really seen this unit, but it looks really nice actually. I like their shield. Interesting shield design. Something kind of unique to Wallachia and Moldavia. That's all like part of the world. Yeah, these guys, I guess these guys might eventually break through, dismount Katani. I presume they will, but I don't know. Eastern units versus Western units, like Eastern European versus Western European. Often the Western come out on top, mainly because they're just heavier. We've got more armor, as you can see here. These guys aren't as well armored as like these Pavis probably. And these guys have massive shields. So they're going to hold for ages. So we'll see how this one goes. Is he going to send these Katani in? Maybe not. Maybe not. But we've got plenty of troops. The numbers are about 6,000 versus 5,000 and a half. They do have a lot of money to spend because it was a 3v2. So it's going to be a close one. Put it like that. It's going to come down to the wire to be sure. And they're just forming shield walls. Neither side will really want to attack here. I mean, fair enough. But he'll have to attack eventually once one rogue mortar round comes and and encourages him to just charge in. Better to charge in and then he's mingled in with them than just standing and just getting mortared. Kurtani here still fighting hard. I mean, both sides kind of like taking casualties. Pavis you can see down to 111. So they are actually taking quite a lot of casualties. Behind we've got Scooter Toy. So another spear unit ready. So, and there you go, he's gone in on this side as well. So I imagine the Pavis, now that they've broken like their shield wall here, they aren't in it, they're going to lose a lot of their buffs. But both defenders, by the way, have mortars, so they have a lot of mortar ammo to get through. Both of them kind of about, this one's certainly on half, this one's a little bit more than half. And they've got plenty of like nasty troops back here. You've got Brabantian Pikes, Italian mercenaries, so lots of pole arms, this amount of Brabantian Knights. More Italian mercenaries, we've got Anglo-Varanjo, we've also got Foot Duke's Guard here or whatever. So we've got a lot of nasty units back here. We've got gunners as well. And I'm actually sending my next wave of dismounted Kievan nobles here. I'm starting to struggle in breaking through. It's this tower, I think, is causing quite a lot of issues. Because every shot is like almost a death. Very annoying. Yes, this messy choke point's just getting slightly a bit more messy now. A few more bodies to slip and slide on. But I've got a few tricks. Also, another thing that we didn't realize with this game, all of our towers just didn't reach the walls. It seems like there's a bit of a bug with 1212 at the moment with some of the maps. So that was quite funny to see. Really. So yeah, we had to so we couldn't really use the walls. Luckily they weren't defending them, because if they were, they could have been just death. I've got some dismounted Devor up here, which is my like secret little card really, because these guys obviously are really good bowmen, but also really good melee infantry. So my aim is to just use these guys to full effect, and they're actually about to fire now. Shame that like units don't fire as quickly as they do in Rise of Mordor. But they're firing away now. And they're firing at those gunners. I want these gunners off. They've got a lot of ammo here. Like full ammo, and I don't want these guys using like any of their ammo. And they are even though they've got like big shields in the back, they're light handgunner infantry. So they should, given a bit of time, start to die. And yeah, I've got quite a nice angle from here. I'm just kind of able to arc over and hit this unit. And yeah, I just don't want it influencing the fight in front of me. I've asked for some Spanish javelins to come over here. Look at the size of this javelin. Is that just a big arrow it's just about to throw there? Look at that thing. Imagine throwing that. Why would you even put like that, like the, I don't know what you even call it, the feathers on it, basically. Why would you put the quill, isn't that? It's not a quill, can't remember what it's called. The quill's like it's a pen you write with. Why would you put the feathers on it? It's just a javelin. I guess maybe makes it a bit more aerodynamic, but still. My dismounted Kievan noble's still losing here. Had a really rough time. Over on this side though, we pulled back our infantry and I'm now just doing cycle charge with the cav. Getting a really nice charge there, knocking and just basically vaporizing this sword unit. So I was like, right, that's it. I've had enough of that, and they can just do that. So the cavalry has got a pretty good charge off there. It may get another one, but it may need to pull back. Yeah, it may need to pull back now because the spears are like getting involved now. This is some more Pavis spear sergeants. Now it's the time to send the swords in though. They can do a lot of work now, and also this Pavis spear can be flanked. It's in shield, like it's in its formation, but it can be flanked quite easily. So they need to be careful of that as well. Over on this side, you can see that Moldavia is starting to break through these spear sergeants. So that is good to see. Making a bit of progress. good to see that he's actually making progress. So maybe these guys are strong enough. I mean, it is swords versus spears, so they always have a bit of a good chance. I'm sure there's a lot of troops over here set up as well. May not be worth attacking down here, but if you just keep these guys out of the game, just keep this present threat of this dismounted Kurtani, they could just keep about 3 units out of the game as well, especially a shock infantry. They've broken that heavy spear there now, which is good to see. And we've actually got swords in here now. And I was telling my Spanish ally to attack the scooter toy instead of attacking the spears, because I don't want the flanking debuff. But these scooter toy swords are starting to lose now. All the javelins are coming in. They're throwing in javelins. They don't have big. Theirs don't look like big arrows though, so they're inferior. They are inferior, and we're still waiting on the javelins to throw over here. But my infantry is starting to lose again. And I'm going to need some Spanish infantry by the looks of it to break through. Going to need a miracle. But I am also slowly, as you can see with the ammo up there of the dismounted fort, is slowly killing this handgunner off. Getting a pretty good shots off right now. These poor guys. These poor guild handgunners. The opponent didn't realize what was going on. I presume microing elsewhere, which is fair enough. But I was fine with that. I was happy that he was microing elsewhere. These Javis now going into combat as well. Support the lines. The Rodoleros there have just broken that scooter toy swords, and now they're able to either rejoin the fight. But I think I told the Spanish player just to kind of just guard the flanks again. I don't necessarily need him to go in yet. Don't need to bulk up. No need to blob up. God, it's nice to be back in 12-12 though, doing some siege battles. Definitely need to play more myself. Oh, really good hit there. That was actually straight on the front line. We saw the mortar ball come in. Don't think anyone actually really died. And well, maybe it went there. I think it maybe just went across the screen. But it's just really good shot there. Could have gone so wrong. Could have hit all of this. Mortars aren't that accurate. You're kind of playing with fire, quite literally playing with fire. All really good hits here. They're just about clipping their own formation. But they're full on hitting these Kievian nobles, who are taking, I imagine, taking quite a lot of debuffs from this. And there you go, the Rodoleros going in. Don't know if that's the smartest idea. They are hitting friend and foe now.
Run from the enemy. This is shameful.
They are certainly hitting friend and foe. But yeah, they are. The Spanish are now in over here. They're doing their bit. Probably better to send the Spanish in now. These guys may do a little bit better. They are now cutting through the spears. They're actually causing them to break, these Rodoleros. I mean, also these Pavi spears are probably so tired. They've been fighting they fought 2 units. Here we go, the javelins with big arrows going in. They're actually attacking the rear sergeant, so not a bad idea. And he sends that into combat, so the Javis avoid hitting him. I would probably now just stop firing because they're now hitting their own Spanish troops. Yeah, you're hitting Spanish and Brabantians. Stop. Good boy. Get out of there. We've got plenty of troops though left in reserve. My first couple of units broke, but I still got Guard Birder Axemen, which are pretty good. They're not the most heavy of shock infantry, but it's shock infantry. I've got my Dismount Devor, which is obviously still infantry. Really, I've got these Kievan nobles as well, which is still healthy. So we're okay. And I still got my Cav. My Cav I still believe I can do some work with. And what we got over here? We've got Cav over here as well. We've got shock infantry just sat here in the open. This is not a good move here by Ban. I mean, unless he was planning to do something, but this Cav here just needs to just run down and just get a lot of kills. I don't know. Oh no, it's not happened yet. Okay, there's a little tactic that we're about to do. So this Culverine crew here is run out of ammo, and I wanted to get my cavalry inside here again. I wanted to do some more moves. I think I brought it down this way last time, and then I went out this way. And strangely, going out this way didn't cause any issues, but we were worried that once my unit came back in, it was going to run over all of these traps here. So this Culverine crew gets the honourable job of running over all the traps and activating them, so our cavalry and infantry basically just don't take any casualties. Because the Culverine crew, in all honesty, now is just useless. It's used all its ammo. It's not going to get any kills in melee. So its best job can be just to run over all of these traps here at the gate. So it gets that honour. But surprisingly, yeah, the crossbows up here started to focus down. I think they only put a volley maybe into these gunners over here. Barely scratched them. Yeah, killed what, 1 or 2. And they came off the barricade. I would have stayed maybe on the barricade a bit longer because these Rodoleros now are going to knock it down. And the gunners lost a really good spot. It's a shame. I think it was this one here. This hand gunner here was just taking a few casualties. Yeah, we're still struggling to get through this choke point here. It is a really tough defense being put up here by the defenders. Sorry, and numbers are looking okay for both sides. I mean, kind of the same proportions that we were at before. 5,400 against 4,500. So yeah, I mean, it's looking okay. Eventually, Moldavia's just broken through over here, as you can see. Pavi's gone. I mean, a much harder defense here though. The Scooter Toy are really hard to break through. I think they're a bit more elite. I don't know. They seem like they're a bit more elite than the Pavi Spitz. I don't know. Maybe it's just because these Kurtani are a bit weaker. What have they got on their head? They've got like leopard skin hats. Where in Moldavia are you getting leopard skin hats? Cavalry coming in again. So my cavalry's coming flying in. My infantry, the Spanish infantry here, just like blocks me from getting a good charge. These like couple of cavalry here plow in and get a few kills. So I killed like 9 guys, which is okay. I really wanted to get these gunners that were still out the front, as you can see, and now my cavalry's getting actually shelled to pieces, which is just a shame. My ally thought I could sneak through here, but definitely cannot sneak through there. There's just a walled marketplace there that's gone, so I'm now vulnerable again. I'm probably going to get mortared again, probably for that. But we are now starting to break through over here. Finally, this choke point is about to go. With the help of my Birder Axeman, it was the Rodoleros are still losing, so we needed just shock infantry in there to just take it. Thank God I sent some forward, because that was really annoying me. Now we have a little single line. This is the gunners I've been focusing down. These gunners are now just going to put off a volley in defiance. Just fire off a volley. I don't think they got any kills. May have just like slowed the charge down. I can see a few guys going down, but not many. And there you go. These Birder Axemen and Rodoleros will go in and just chop these guys down. And they will be gone. So now this flank over here is very much vulnerable. This defense here, which the Spanish are starting to win now themselves. I mean, I think it's just because they're beating these light skirmishers. But yeah, we've now broken here. We've taken the tower. Great. We can now flank in. We can just get cavalry around. We could just do a massive charge and just like do a lot of damage there. And look at this. Look at this. This is kind of like, I'd be a bit surprised about doing this. I'd move the archers along if I was Moldavia, and I'd start focusing these guys down. I'd also engage them with swords, so you've got to pin one of the spears down, so you can't just retreat. So I'd probably engage with this dismount Kurtani. He's going to send forward shock infantry. This is a bold play here by Brabant. He's being aggressive. Not used to seeing this. And here we go, cavalry coming in. Not the greatest of charges. This is also light shock cav, so it needs to get a good charge, because it's not going to do well now with its lack of armor. These guys are going to lose a lot of men, I think. These swords are going to just need to go in, these dismount Katana. Yeah, they lost quite a lot there to cav. Yeah, they need to move the archers along, and or even like, look what they're doing now is putting swords on the wall as well, and they could just flank around this entire formation. It's a huge, huge risk here by Brabant. Throwing in a lot of units to just, or take out one sword, really. Probably one of the slowest charges I've seen by both sides, really. Both sides kind of just, like, slowly came together and just went, okay, we're fighting now. You can see this is Mount Kurtani coming around. Also, you can see the cav here. So I wonder whether they're just going to use like the missile cav and they're just going to like shoot in the behind. It's not a bad idea. Spears here are actually beating the swords. Like I said, these Scooter Toy are a tough nut to break. I mean, they've lost like 60 guys. But maybe the Kurtani is just tired and already weak, so that's probably got something to do with it. Oh my god, these Rodoleros are getting absolutely vaporized. At 95 men, they're wavering. They're getting charged well by Italian mercenaries. This is a bold play there. Now I see it probably doesn't really want to charge forward these guys. He may break him though. Imagine someone swinging a halberd like that. I don't think you physically could. Gunners firing in as well. Point blank range, that's going to do a lot of damage to the Italian mercenaries and the Rodoleros. You need to be careful of that. Oh, the gunners here broke though. That's a shame. They really need, like, Spanish really need to send someone up. Oh, it's a shame those Rodoleros didn't hold longer, because the flank of both the gunners and the halberds was very much vulnerable. Very vulnerable. Over here though, you can see I took a lot of casualties of these shock infantry. I think it's because I pulled them out of combat with these Brabantian knights. I really wanted to lure them round, like lure them back, so the like skirmishers could get a flanking shot basically, but it just didn't happen. And yeah, these Brabantian knights are actually ripping through our troops. Now they're getting javied, which is good. Getting javied with the massive arrows, which turn into normal javies. That's a shame. It's you don't see like the massive arrow fly through there. You just see a normal javy. Sending down more shock infantry over here. This Anglo Vrandro just sat here, ready to go. It's a very, very nasty unit. I wouldn't want to mess with these boys. Saxon and Viking exiles. But I mean, very good unit to charge right now. Have I got any cav left? Oh yeah, my cav at this point is snuck all the way around the back. And I'm now going for rear charges. So I'll show you in a moment the path I basically took. I'm going to just go for a rear charge on these javies. I'm going to go into the back of the next one. And just hope that this javy has not realized I'm here. Basically, I'm just trying to cause as much action or damage as possible. So basically, this cavalry snuck all the way around the back here. Before this Anglo Vrandro blocked it up, I snuck all the way around, which is why I think this Anglo Vrandro went ahead to try and stop any further attacks. Went all the way around, saw that this spot here was blocked off by spears. So I just like, well, I'll move on to the next one. I started getting shelled by artillery, so I was like, well, they clearly don't have any infantry like there, because they're shelling me with artillery to try and stop me. I'm going to rear charge the sword now. Get a nice charge into the rear of them, just knock all the way through. Spears now charge. I'm just causing havoc in this front line. I'm trying to basically break through all these units, which I don't think I will. I'm going to get a good charge here as well in this spear, because it's charged me. So yeah, this is going to be detrimental. Losing the lost 30 guys already. It's going to lose probably about 60 guys, 50, 60 guys here, just to one cavalry charge. That's a really good cavalry charge there. But yeah, I was trying to break through to try and support Moldavia, because Moldavia is kind of struggling right now with these Skutatoy. These two units of Skutatoy are actually causing a lot of damage. They are now doing a lot of damage over here, though. Look at the archers focusing down everything. This is such a poor decision by Brabant, really. Should not have done this. He is now falling back his spears. He realizes the damage that's been done. Shame this sword head can't go off the wall and like get off there, but it's going to be able to fight these Skutatoy swords perhaps. But at this point, my cav is really weak. I'm going to just charge into the back of these gunners. Who are just, I am now getting jabbed, and they also just turn and shoot me, which is just rude and also very effective. And unfortunately, I think my cav breaks before he can get a rear charge. It's a real shame. But it just actually rally here, so it's a shame he can't get a decent charge off. But I do encourage, like, now that like my cav's turning spears around, like for the Curtani to go back in, because well, look at this, they've just opened up this choke point, and now the Curtani needs to move. They just need to bolt in here. Shame they didn't get a rear charge, because that would have been detrimental. But yeah, I mean, I nearly opened up that choke point. It's just a bit of a shame. I am helping win this fight here, though. Shame that these guys are just so weak now. But I did get all the way through, and it caused a lot of damage to their units here. So I saw it as a bit of a win. Just a bit of an annoyance, really. And back over on this side, I'm actually somehow winning this fight. Dismount Kievan nobles winning this fight against Anglo Vrandro. I'm kind of surprised. Shock infantry usually just beats basic infantry, but I'll take it. Maybe he didn't get a great charge. Looks like he's got a lot of Spanish here, actually. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he did. I think he got a Spanish crossbow. I think he got this crossbow here, this Pavis. But yeah, I am now starting to lose. So no surprise there. I'm just going to flank around, I think, with my Kievan nobles. We have finally, and again, also finally broken through this choke point here. These Pavi spear silence held for so long. I bet they didn't get many kills, but they held for so long. And now we're finally like moving up this slope. So yeah, it's taken us a long time to break through, and we're still trying to break through over here. There's like the defenders done a really good job, really. Done a really, really good job. I mean, these Pavi spear sergeants definitely could be beaten by these Katani. I mean, all they have to do is move the archers along again. Move the archers along, focus this unit down. It's not even looking the right way. I just realized they should rear charge it with cavalry. Just rear charge this unit with cavalry right now. I mean, the Kurtani also rear charging it should do a good job. But yeah, it's looking the wrong way. So we're gonna see. Are they gonna turn around? Go on, get him. Get him, Moldavia. Tell them what's wrong with looking the wrong way when fighting Moldavia. It means death. Oh no, they're gonna form shield wall. No, in they go. If they charged, then they would have got a good charge. Ah, such a waste. They were looking the wrong way. Over here, though, they're starting to break these Skutatoy, but they have been replaced by Skutatoy swords. So Still a bit of a pain to break through over on this side. Byzantines, Nicaea, whatever you want to call them, really don't want to give up that choke point. Over here now we've got some guild handgunners and some pikes from Baban. Looks like the handgunners are going to do some damage first. Maybe try and shoot these Rodoleros. I don't know, but there's a lot of like archers and crossbows setting up over here now because obviously big target is these pikes. I'm now bringing the rest of my Devor, which bizarrely are all just, instead of running through the choke point, which is much closer, they're just going to run through the gates. Fair enough, Devor, you do you. Now we have the Caballeros. These guys might look like they're going to try and go for a charge around the back, try and do a replication of what I did basically. There's so many halberds set up everywhere. I was so frustrated. KIEV not really being able to bring halberds. I think they can bring some, but I just don't usually bring them on the attack because they end up just getting focused down by other stuff. It's just a big target, and also KIEV's got like other things it needs to bring, like Devor, for instance. It's got to bring really good archers, I personally think, and I think it's going to bring some really good swords. You could probably sacrifice its shock infantry for its pole arms. Because like I said, the shock's not like the greatest in the world. It's not as good as like some of the western ones. Or even like some of the eastern like orthodox shock infantry, like the Anglo-Branjoy, for instance. So yeah, I mean, you could probably bring pole arms. I don't know if they've got any actually. They probably do, just nothing amazing. And here you go, yeah, nice little flank here by Moldavia from the Kurtani. Flanking and surrounding these Pavi spears. They are going to slowly die. Pavi spears, worst nightmare, getting surrounded by anything, really. They just hate it. I don't know why. I mean, it's a shame they can't like form square formation. Maybe it's just a little bit too overpowered. But like, if these guys could form square, they'd be fine. They definitely have like the sort of like the shield to be able to do it, I would have thought. But yeah, at this point, the cavalry over here doesn't get through, but it does get a really good charge off from these Brabantian knights here, like taking this unit down to half strength, really. Well, not half strength, but it takes out like 60 guys. Did lose a fair few cavalry themselves, but it may have been worth it. I mean, now is definitely not the good time to recharge, because there are so many gunners here, and quite a lot of spears and stuff. There's a lot just here now. But it has meant that if Moldavia can break through here, then like there is nothing beyond now. Then Moldavia can just move up here, because they put everything. They just used everything that was like in reserve here. Chase on this one cavalry unit. I'm now going to put some swords here just to hold, like, instead. But we are slowly breaking through over here now. With the pole arms coming in, these, like, halberdiers here being sent in. They are now starting to turn around. And as you can see, the Scutitoi actually are retreating. They've got no interest in fighting the pole arms, which is probably not a bad idea. And the sword is starting to lose as well. But, I mean, how many Moldavians die trying to take these two choke points? The answer, a lot of them died trying to take this position, but they have still got quite a few units. They've still got some swords, they've still got some halberds, archers, cav, looking okay. They're looking just fine. Spain still got his pikes, though they're absolutely vaporized. This one down on 91 men, this one on 127. They're taking a lot of damage and also probably a lot of HP. As you can see here, Brabantian knights getting focused down. Don't really have much of a choice. Either they hold the choke point and die, or they fall back and they give up the choke point. Not really got really great options. My Devor is also now shooting. I think I'm shooting at this Italian mercenary. I mean, at least this one is, and this one is actually, I think they're both shooting at this one. I do eventually start shooting in the rear of this Italian mercenary here, just to like get us some better angles. Yeah, right now just point blank shooting straight up at these guys. Don't really have the great angle from here, so these guys, it's not for archers anyway. These guys definitely would be better shooting at those Italian mercenaries. Anglo-Branjoy are going to come flying down this hill, and they're going to try and get some kills. I'm just quite happy to move my Devor along and let my Kievan nobles go in and just trap these guys in combat. Again, we know what happens though when Devor face Anglo-Branjoy. It doesn't really go very well. Not Devor, Kievan nobles. But I'm getting some pretty good shots into the flank here from my archers. So we'll just watch as the volley goes in here. And you can see these guys starting to knock them down, getting a lot of bloodying these guys up. Somehow I'm still losing decisively though. Anglo-Branjoy just goddamn hard to kill. Or goddamn hard to beat, I should say. Now they are actually retreating now. They are starting to lose. slightly because of my infantry. And I was like, and I was just bringing shock infantry. So I was like, right, you're not getting away with this. I'm going to chase you down until you get to the halberd line. Cut down any angle of Ranjo possible. And there you go. Now it's time to retreat, boys. Now it's time to retreat. But yeah, now I keep like these guard birder axemen pretty close to the choke point. Don't want that like basically happening again. They're bringing Javis down as well, so it looks like they had some interest in doing something here. Looks like we had a little bit of a skirmish back here. KIEV and Nobles are winning against the Scooter Toy. I believe like the Spanish cav came over here again, and you can see they basically tried to get involved and like attacking stuff as it retreated. The gunners basically turned around and just gunned them down. Like it was like they literally did a 180, turned around, and shot them. Pretty unfortunate for the cav, I will admit. As you can see here now, Moldavia's broken through. Not really got much to do, unfortunately, unless he just assaults where these gunners are. And that should kind of be death. He needs to really get some archers up, just start shooting these guys. And as you can see, these pikemen now are about to break, and they just break at the sight of these Rodoleros. And now it's time to go after, well, these Italian mercenaries. This is the next target, and I mean the gunners as well. If the Rodoleros can get them, but the gunners are thinking it's going to vaporize this poor sword unit. The Spanish getting pushed back down the hill. There you go, they've gone. So Spanish are kind of running out of stuff, to be fair. They still got their shock infantry back here though, which is useful. Going to need that. Dismounted caballeros. Surprised these guys didn't get a couple of shells from the mortar crew. The mortars actually got any ammo left? Oh, they do as well. This one does anyway. I'd start shooting like those pikes maybe. I'd shoot the pikes, or maybe the shock infantry, probably the pikes, or maybe other archers. I mean, shooting archers isn't really like the end of the world. We still have pikes that can compete with them. But at this point, I think, what am I firing at? I'm firing at these javelins, apparently. Okay. Kind of surprised. Don't know why. They're not really throwing javelins at anyone. Don't think they can. Maybe they can. Oh yeah, they're throwing javelins at these dismounted Devore here. We're actually getting a significantly decent amount of kills. Like they're throwing them like what? They got a fair amount of kills there. 7 guys. And I was like, right, you want to do that? I'll silence you quickly, and I'll just force them back here. Got a few more kills for my archers, but I really need to start shooting these pole arms again. We've got pikes coming up. Got some pioneers d'elite coming up. These shielded pikemen. You can see them in action. If they don't get shelled first, they quite possibly will, or gunned down. But Spain's had enough. He's going in. It's a fairly healthy unit. He's sending Rodoleros as well with them. As you can see, I'm focusing down this Italian mercenary in the back from these Devore, which has got some really nice angles as they come in. So yeah, I mean, again, no real choice for Nicaea. He either like stands here and like dies, or he retreats and gives up the choke point. It's a really tough decision. That's why archers are such a key thing to take out, but also why I left them at the back for so long, because I didn't really want to use them. These guys are so useful, and the Rodoleros are going flying in. I don't know really why they went in. They're not going to have a good chance of winning this fight. I don't know. I say that. These guys are losing decisively. Anglo Ranjo coming in, though. They're going to try and change the fight. They're going to cut down some pikemen and some Rodoleros. Jesus, they are as well. Absolute madmen, these Vikings and Saxons. Just a different breed of men. They're built different. Spanish pikes, so they should do just fine. They're doing it. They're holding it quite nicely. And the archers still firing relentlessly into the back of these pikes. Over on the other side, it's nothing really going on. There's nowhere really for us to attack. I've gone to the extreme now to dislodge this one pike unit, this one like Italian mercenary, by bringing up a culverin. I've actually got a reasonable amount of ammo left. Yet I don't know where my other culverin went. Before you ask why I've got 3 out of 4, I don't know where it went. I'm still puzzled to this day where it disappeared. My Pavi's crossbow, my allies' Pavi's crossbow also set up here. Because Pavi's crossbows at this angle are actually pretty damn effective. But they are kind of obstructed now because of the artillery. Not kind of sure, not why. We're not really, well, I think it's because of this artillery here. But we're still doing damage anyway. And I'm failing. Look, that's where the artillery ball hit. Kind of a bit short, but boys, but good try, good try. Pike's starting to lose here though. For Spain, Pikes are losing. And it seems like, well, the Anglo Ranjo are going to hold, but everyone else is falling back. Not kind of sure why. Pikes break. The pikes still in there actually. They're just so few and far between. The Bansian Knights are holding back though. If I was Brabant, I mean it's a tough one because I'm now focusing him down. But if I was Brabant and there was no ammo here, basically, yeah, you got to do what he's doing currently right now, which is really smart. So either like they charge forward here, or they go up here to the attackers, and they get sandwiched one way or another. Basically, either they charge the shock infantry. He's going to send them in actually to deal with these Rodoleros. Not a bad idea. Still the same outcome for him. He's getting shot in the back. And I Devore. We're just having a field day right now. I mean, these guys just unchallenged. They look awesome as well. I love the shields in the back. Yeah, these guys unchallenged right now. They're one of my favorite units by far. The Devore. I mean, even though they've been shooting them in the back, though, doesn't really change the outcome of this battle. These shock infantry are just chasing these Rodoleros down. And now it's the time of the Spanish shock infantry, the dismounted cavaleros, to come up. I've also got some Devore over here, I didn't realise. What am I doing with these guys? Oh, I'm shooting gunners down, I think. I'm shooting these gunners because they have full ammo. They're a real issue. I don't think we could see these gunners. Like, if we didn't have, like, some of Moldavia's troops here, we could not see them. So why I'm not shooting them in the back? Otherwise, I think I would be. But yeah, again, we've got shock infantry over here fighting hard. Spain's going to win this one because this shock infantry is just more fresh and healthy. And not being shot in the back by archers constantly. But it's just a big old battle of people with big axes and big swords. It's been glorious. There you go. Looks like Brabant's broken there. We nearly have finally got through this Italian mercenaries. Now wavering finally. This poor Italian mercenary. I mean, at this point, I would have just given up. I would have fallen back. I mean, the thing is, though, if it falls back, it gets charged. And, I mean, it's now, like, in a weird formation. So, I mean, it's very much for the taking. I do feel sorry for, sometimes, for halberds. But they're also so annoying. They are so annoying, these Italian mercenaries. I mean, they're mercenaries at the end of the day. They're getting paid. They're not going to be able to receive their paycheck today. They're actually charging down the hill. I think these crossbows might be able to clear them out themselves. Yep, there they go, shattered. And now is the time of assaulting this final citadel, really. Over here is actually the easiest spot to get through. There's only spears here. There are gunners here, though, which is always an issue. May just need to send forward like a shield unit, like a weak sword. No, when I say shield unit, I don't mean a unit with a literal shield. I mean, they may have a literal shield, the unit you send forward, but you want like a weak sword. So I don't know if really like Moldavia's got any. This is probably his weakest sword, which is actually relatively still healthy. Maybe better for like this dismounted Kievan noble over here with 85 men to just go around, or even like archers without ammo. If you had archers without ammo, you send them in. Basically, they take the volley of the handgunners, and then behind that you have like your shock infantry or your sword unit that you want to send in, and that's what that's basically what's going to do the damage. But you just want to avoid it taking damage. So it's a really smart way to play. As you can see here, I don't know what they did with their pikes. They've fallen back. Where did they go with their pikes? They had pikes literally in this choke point. Did they just get vaporized? I don't know. They're not here anymore though. And we've got shock infantry now. Yeah, I think they did. Wow, I can just see, I can see a lot of dead pikes here. I think they just got vaporized. Now we've got a lot of shock infantry in here. Oh, good hit. Mortar still using its ammo wisely. Cavalry come flying in as well. Getting a decent hit. I mean, the cavalry's trying to get through. I mean, it kind of knocked the troops over, but it is also kind of pulling through a little bit. Certainly, oh, Jesus, relentless is the mortar fire. And the cavalry's gone over, and it's trying to silence these gunners. Done a pretty good job as well, these gunners as well, not really able to do much. He's got the artillery ammo left. That's nice. See, still got some left. He's rout this cavalry. Probably rightly so. Pikes coming up now, though. And now the attackers have the pike advantage, not the defenders. It's an absolute mess. still coming. I mean, that's definitely a lot of friendly fire now. I'm seeing a lot of friendly fire by this mortar. That's just seeing a lot of Anglo-Varangioi now. These are gold chevron Anglo-Varangioi. They're also seeing foot scar. This is a general in here. You need to be careful about firing on their own general. Oh, yeah, that's a lot. Oh my god, that's all foot guard getting hit there now. Again, it's got some shocking trick. Dismount Caballeros trying to sneak around. It's in a nice column formation. Did try to sneak around. And now they're just going to get broken because this Emperor's bodyguards here just routing them. Kind of a bit of a waste. I think I did suggest it, but yeah, it's at your own risk. But I mean, we've got enough troops now to get through. The famous formation of the Dismount Devor, doing their circle formation, very dangerous, very much scary. You can see cavalry here actually did charge forward, did get a charge off on these handgunners, but they're now getting shot themselves. Probably actually is not a bad shielded unit itself. These are only like shot cav. And now you can see the Kurtani just slowly marching into the handgunners. Then they can attack these spears. And over on this side, it also looks like we're going to see the Moldavians get through. Looks like they decided to fall back their gunners. I guess they want them over on this side, maybe, just to deal with the major breakthrough. And you're going to see Moldavia now is going to make a push over here. He's got pole arms and he's got swords, and he'll be able to probably break through. What's he facing? More Anglo-Varangioi with gold chevrons. Jeez. Rough opponent. Though as you can see, Brabant is starting to waver as his general. I think that's all he's got left. The Emperor's bodyguard's also getting focused down very heavily. I think, yeah. Don't know if he's lost the general, it's just army losses. I think for Brabant it's just taking effect though. They still got some Scootstoy swords to send in though. It's not looking good now. Got 2,000 against 700. They're going to need to kill a general off the attackers. But, I mean, we are not sending any of ours in just yet. I mean, mostly, I think all of our generals are also cavalry, so not really the situation of sending those chaps in yet. More crews get the word to go in. And as you can see, these handgunners starting to waver. I think I was focusing them down with fire ammo, just trying to get them to break quicker. But I don't know. As you can see, it seems like the Moldavia over here is still having a hard time getting through these Scootstoy spears. Moldavia's bane in this game has been Scootstoy spears, it would seem. These guys have been a bit of a rough game for them to break through. But a general has died. I believe that is Brabant's just died there. He's like routing through the unit. Over on this side, yeah, still holding sort of Scootstoy swords. Like going in, replacing these Anglo-Varangioi. Anglo-Varangioi over here, though, routing Dismount Kurtani. Still got a bit of a bite to them of these defenders. Still got some nasty units. Cavalry coming in here, good. The general in here now. It looks like the pole arms coming forward as well. They should help turn the fight around. They're retreating now. They don't want to fight those pole arms, which is a pretty smart decision. Yeah, all of the generals like so far back still. Like Spain's not even moved his by the looks of it. Moldavia's sort of moved his. I'm bringing mine up now. Don't know really why. I think just for morale's sakes. Also, I probably could, if everything did break out, I could charge this. There's just a lot going. Crossbows going into combat, bizarrely. I don't think there's really need. We will eventually just break through. Numbers aren't, like, this is the thing. Numbers aren't needed to break through. You're just wearing out more troops. But I'm just focusing these shock infantry in the back while they're being charged by cavalry. I think at this point as well, yeah, the general for Nicaea has, I think he broke. I don't think he died. Broke. Maybe wrong. Oh no, he did die as well. That's a shame. I think he just got focused down by archers. Pole arms here for Moldavia. They're just going to be able to clean through these Anglo-Varangioi now. No general. Army loss is starting to take effect. And also they're just fighting a unit with a big pointy stick. They're actually losing in combat. I don't know how, but fair enough. More halberds over here doing their bit. Swords coming in. They're going to try and influence. I mean, now they're losing the Anglo-Varangioi in both those instances. Scootstoy spears here though, still winning. Oh, these are just scooter toy spears. They're still winning against the dismounted Kurtani. Clearly, Kurtani just cannot deal with scooter toy spears. That's kind of hilarious, to be fair. Swords over here still holding as well. I mean, doing a pretty good job. I mean, they are still with Chevron. Find Devore in here. It's fine, sent them in. There you go, they finally break, and I think that might be the battle. Yeah, just a mass rout in the end. There was just too many attackers left, and too few defenders. And army losses in generals were just too much. But there you go, a Pyrrhic victory for Kiev and its allies. So we'll quickly end the replay and have a look at the end results. Like I said, I was playing as Kiev with some substance. It was a really good one. I've not got like amazing kills, to be honest. Like my cavalry did well here, 293 kills. They did pretty well. My Devore did okay, 166, 144, 124. I mean, they all like were killing like pikes really, so it's some pretty good kills. My dismounted Kiev and nobles actually didn't do that great. I mean, they usually do great in siege battles. They can often get like 200 kills. I'm only getting 128. They did have a pretty rough time. My Birder Axeman got 191 kills, not too bad. But that's kind of it. I didn't do like amazing, like I said. Then we've got Mythic Yi here playing as the Kingdom of Castile. His shock infantry getting 174 kills. His pikes, which he really likes his pikes, did not do that great. Only 80 odd kills. His Rodaleros here getting 153 kills. Then we've got 208 kills with his Pavis crossbowsman. Is really nice, so that's really good to see. His Caballeros here, 197 kills, really good. 48 with the other ones, not too bad either. Then we've got Sacek playing as Moldavia, 225 kills with his Halberdiers here. His dismounted Kurtani, 215 kills, 128. He's got some pretty good kills with the swords, even though they're kind of struggling against those spears. They got some pretty good kills in the end. His archers did really well. His Razi archers here, Razisi archers, 210, 203. You got some. They like vaporized Brabant in the back when they like were quite aggressive. And then his Cav, yeah, nothing really amazing here for his Cav, unfortunately. And then we've got Raikon 666 here playing as Nicaea. His like Anglo Vrandro did pretty damn well. 181, 159, 178. Some pretty good kills there. His Scooter Toy did pretty well actually for Spears units. 164 kills, 130. Got some pretty good kills, killing a lot of Kurtani. His Italian mercenaries just got focused down. Unfortunately, they did not get a chance to get kills. His Spears is better than his swords, which only got 100 kills here. And his Javis got really mixed results. 128, 120 though this one, and his Gunners getting 87, and his Mortar 275 kills. Yeah, Mortar can get like 200, 300 kills. Did really well. Then we have Heads here, or the real Alex Albon playing as Brabant. His shock infantry did pretty well. Got 159 kills, 180. Did pretty well with his like shock infantry. His spears did okay, like nothing amazing in like the spear category. Like they just hold really well to the Pavis spears. I mean, best one got like 66 kills. His pikes no kills, unfortunately. They just got focused down. Just did not give them chance to just shoot. But they are like there just to cause annoyance. You really like need to take out the enemy's archers if you're going to like use pikes really effectively anyway. Or you need to hope that the enemy you're going to run out of ammo like quickly. It's obviously always tough with a 3v2. They're always going to have the archer disadvantage. And then as you can see here, Sergeants did okay, getting 93 kills. Nothing amazing. Sergeants don't always do great. And then his Gunners getting 63 kills, and his Mortar getting 117 kills. But there you go, guys. That is the siege battle. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. And until next time, Legionnaires, I will see you in the next 12-12 Siege. Bye for now.